Guys, welcome back to the Bluebonnet Homestead. Today I'm going to show y'all how I make my fried green tomatoes. Last night I had a really big tomato plant fall over in a windstorm, and I have just a ton of green tomatoes sitting around, so I'm going to fry up a couple of those and show y'all how I do it. Alright, so I've picked out the ones that I want. I've got them washed and cleaned, and I went ahead and cut them up because y'all don't want to see me cut tomatoes. I did them to different thicknesses, some smaller than the others because my kids like them really thin. So I'm laying them out on paper towel to get any excess moisture out, and I've already got all of my mixtures. This is just flour, salt, pepper, and cayenne. That's what I'll dredge the tomatoes in. Then I've got 2 eggs, half a cup of milk, and a tablespoon of pickle juice. You heard me right, it's delicious. And this is just finely ground cornmeal and salt and pepper. Alright, so now I'm going to dredge all of my tomato slices in this flour mixture. You don't want to dip them in the egg mixture, you want it completely just a dry mix. I'm going to dip all of that in there, lay them back down on my paper towel, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now I'm going to do half of these cornmeal and half of them flour, so we're going to start out with the cornmeal batter. I've already got my oil warming up in the pan while I'm dipping all of the tomatoes. So let's get this started. Okay, first I'm going to dip my tomatoes in the egg mixture. You want to do that before you put it in the dry mix. So I've got it in there. Now I'm just going to roll it around in the cornmeal a little bit until it's completely coated. This I think I'm going to single dip. This is what just a single dip looks like. It's not going to be quite as thick, still pretty substantial, and I guess the next one, let's go ahead and do that, a double dip. So what I mean by that, I'm going to cover it in the cornmeal, and then we're going to go through it one more time. Alright, so I've got it covered. And now I'm going to stick it back into the egg and milk mixture. Get that all wet. Then we're going to stick it right back into the cornmeal one more time. When I make chicken, this is how I do it. I like to double coat everything just to make sure it's completely covered. For a tomato, it's not necessary. It just depends on how much batter you like on them. I'm not going to do very many like that, but see how big and thick that is? Completely covered. So if you like a lot of batter, this is a good way to go. See the difference between the single dip and the double? Alright, and as far as frying time, you do it the way you like it. If you like it really well done, do it as long as you like. You know how your stovetop works, so there is no right or wrong. Okay, now I'm going to do just the flour mixture. So I'm dipping it in the egg, and this is the flour mixture. So not everybody likes cornmeal. My kids don't that much, so I do these a lot like I would do chicken or chicken fried steak, and they love it. Really tastes kind of like a fried pickle to me. Alright, so I've got these completely covered. They're gonna look a teeny tiny bit different than the cornmeal just because the cornmeal is so smooth and fine. Here I've got them frying in the pan. Oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, I could not resist testing one out. This is so good. All right, these are the double dipped flour ones. They genuinely look like tiny chicken fried steaks to me. When my kids saw these in the pan, that's what they thought we were having for dinner. I thought about trying to fool them a little bit, but yeah, so they actually cook a lot like it. So there you go. I try to get mine brown but not burned. This is about how long I'm gonna cook all of mine. My kids just absolutely love these. They are delicious. So you see, so easy. You can make a sauce to go with them. You can eat them just plain. They are such an easy little thing to fry up. So much easier than meat because you don't have to worry about it being cooked all the way. These fry perfectly. They're just such a fun little thing to make occasionally. So there, I just lay them out on my paper towel to drain off any excess oil. And there you go. These are the cornmeal. As you can see, I've been enjoying them. This is the cornmeal right there, and these are the, yeah, that's the double dipped. Look at how thick that little sucker is. So good though. And then these are the flour. So there you go. They are so easy, so simple. Oh my goodness, and they are delicious. Alright, so I will put the recipe down in the description box below. I realize I did not tell you exactly what I put in my mix, but you don't need one. But if you'd prefer to have exact measurements, it'll be there for you. Thank y'all so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.